Now, initiatives like Stay Healthy, Go Digital, as well as the contact tracing app Trace Together are some ways the Singapore government has kept up its technology push even during the COVID-19 outbreak. But since the pandemic hit our shores, we have heard fake news being circulated. Recently, for example, there were rumours about Singapore going into DORSCON red, as well as schools being closed.
Earlier today, Minister for Communications and Information Iswaran spoke to Money FM 89.3 about how the government is trying to manage misinformation.
Well, I hope you have subscribed to our gov.sg WhatsApp. So you will know that we put out the information very quickly to say we are not going to DORSCON red, we are not doing school closures, because we have to respond. And the fact that we have this reach of nearly 1 million subscribers and sending out more than 1 million messages because it's in 4 languages helps us a great deal. And I think the key point in all of this is really ensuring that people have timely information. And that's one of the focal points in our effort. And your particular question was on
schools being closed. Do you have a team tracking all the fake news around social media to react to it?
Well, I think fake news and the incidence of fake news, I think there's been a salutary effect. The fact that early in this experience, we moved very decisively on a few instances, MRT station closing down, etc., etc. And I think as a result, it has in general had a salutary effect. So, even in private messaging services, where sometimes such news is very quick to circulate, what I find now is the instinct is for people to ask the question, is this fake? Is this real? Which I think is a very good instinct, because what it means is people realize that they need to question the source, the authenticity of the information and its reliability. And you always have the access to official sources, whether it's MOH's website, gov.sg website, and also our WhatsApp service. So you can then satisfy yourself that this is in fact the truth, authentic information, before you share it with your loved ones and your friends.
Yeah, or you can check the Straits Times or listen to Money FM. Minister.
Absolutely. I think the media plays a very important role, you guys and the entire team in the media industry, because it's key. Yeah. Because the mass media remains mainstream media remains one of the key sources of information that people rely on.
Moving overseas, the US still has the most number of confirmed COVID-19 cases, with over 164,000 and over 3,100 deaths.
Italy is the country with the second most infections. More than 101,000 cases and close to 11,600 people have died.
Meanwhile, there are almost 88,000 cases in Spain, with over 7,700 deaths.
Mainland China today reported a rise in new confirmed cases, reversing 4 days of decline. This due to an uptick in infections involving travellers arriving from overseas. China has over 81,500 cases and around 3,300 deaths.
Meanwhile, the World Health Organization said today the pandemic around the world will not stop anytime soon, and countries need to step up to slow down the virus spread.
We recognize that there is no one-size-fits-all approach to preparing for and responding to an emergency like this. But we have found common tactics in these countries. Those are finding, isolating, and testing case early, tracing and quarantining contacts quickly, and putting in place multiple public health interventions to increase physical distance between people to slow and stop transmissions, and mobilizing and engaging every community to protect themselves and the most vulnerable. Even with all of these measures, the risk will not go away as long as the pandemic continues. Rather, these measures can buy us valuable time to prepare for large-scale community transmission.
Once more, look out for a special episode tomorrow, a one-on-one conversation with Minister for National Development, Lawrence Wong. He's also the co-chair of the COVID-19 Multi-Ministerial Task Force, and he'll be speaking to the Straits Times senior health correspondent, Salma Khalid, on Singapore's ongoing efforts to slow the spread of the virus.
Singaporeans across